Frank, terrific night at York Hall tonight. Dennis McCann not getting the win, majority draw against Ionut Baluta. Your thoughts on the fight, and do we think there'll be a rematch?
What my thoughts? I thought he was just in front, but I'm not going to complain because under the circumstances, both boys put in tremendous performances. It was a classic fight, going backwards and forwards. The ironic thing is, and he struggled in that, and his vision was impaired with the blood and so forth. Had the fight been stopped the round before, he would have won it because he lost that last round, and on the judges' scored. That would have made him winner. But you know what? There's a possibility we can do a rematch, and we'll see. I'm certain the fans would like to see it.
First outing from Nathaniel Collins as well, in spectacular fashion, getting the knockout.
It's got to be one of the knockouts of the year, hasn't it? I mean, that punch hardly travelled. I mean, he did that in style, in the blue corner instead of the red corner, and done the business.
Just a word on Raven Chapman with her performance.
I thought she done brilliantly. I thought she boxed extremely well, and I was a big doubter of women's boxing, and I hold my hands up to that. And she's just been a joy for us, and it was a keenly fought contest, and I think, as I say, she thoroughly deserved to win, and she'll be onwards and upwards for her.
Wayne Garner put an electric performance. What are your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Sorry,
Wayne Garner put an electric performance tonight. What are your thoughts on that?
He come of age tonight. I think both of them going to fight. I think Dennis came of age, fighting an older guy, an experienced guy, and I thought Ryan, who I've been a big believer in from day one, who's had his ups and downs, some self-inflicted. Tonight he showed what he's all about, and all that can happen with him now, he goes from strength to strength. As long as he behaves himself, he can go on to do some really great things in boxing. He's a quality fighter, and that was an excellent performance against a really decent opponent.
And now obviously Liam Davis was sat here ringside. I'm sure I spoke to him and said, listen, you're gonna have to fight again. I'm going to do my own thing for now, and then let's see what happens. But is that the plan? Let these two fight again, get Liam out maybe at the end of the year, and then see what happens in 2024.
He'll be out by the end of the year. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about it. And 2024 should be a big year for him.
Frank, it's the big one for you next week. Talk to me. Nervous? Are you looking forward to it? It's a big opportunity for Daniel.
I'm not nervous because I'm not fighting, but I'm looking forward to it. I spoke with Daniel this evening, and I also will see him in the week. He is in a really good place at the moment, both physically and mentally. And for me, I think he has the tools to win this fight against an exceptional fighter. He's young enough. It's going to be similar, I think, in some ways to how this fight panned out tonight with Dennis, in as much that he's a very experienced guy against a younger fighter, and he's obviously going to try and all-round it. But I think that he's got hand speed, he's got power in both hands, he's got good footwork, and I genuinely think that he can pull it off. It's all going to be down to his temperament, and at the moment he's in a brilliant place.
Talking about Conor Benn, good in white, and this week we saw Alicia Baumgardner also having had this finding in the sample. Is it more concerning that for us people outside looking in, there's no clear process on how these things are rectified?
It's disgraceful for people outside and inside. And we're not. And what I'm getting sick of is all the nonsense that's being spouted out about who's doing what. That drugs-free sport, which tests, as we know in America, tests various other athletes in different sports, which is not a dangerous sport such as boxing. And their lab reports go back to the organisations. The lab reports that for her went back to Matchroom. And Matchroom obviously disclosed it. Eventually, disclosed it. She's obviously had quite a few tests under that regime. What concerns me about it is, first of all, is that drugs-free sport do not have the same standard and do not test for substances that VAR test for and UKAD test for. EPO, they don't test for human growth hormone, which is not acceptable. It's no good that somebody takes a sample and puts it on a shelf for 9 days before submitting to the laboratory, because all you're doing there is giving a lawyer an opportunity to take that whole process apart. If she was to have a hearing. I'm sure that something's going to be worked out. At that hearing, if she's found to be that she did do something, she should be banned. But they've left a lot of loopholes there. So that's without concerning. Apparently she allegedly was going to leave Matchroom and go and sign the trade agreement. So you can look into that which way you want.
We've also seen that UKAD, the British Boxing Board of Control, have launched a formal appeal against Conor Benn. Did you expect that to happen?
Yeah. If they didn't do it, then they would not be right now. There's been no hearing. All this nonsense about you've been exonerated. Where are the journalists? What is going on in this world? Where is anybody printing the truth? There was no hearing regarding him testing positive. The hearing was all about jurisdictions. How does that help sport? Finding loopholes to not have a hearing. So the Board of Control and UKAD have no option than to call for a hearing and appeal the decision. And anybody who has any concern about the sport will support that. And more importantly, Conor Benn, if he's not guilty, then have the hearing and with UKAD. Why wouldn't you do that? And get this sorry episode out of the way. It's been dragging on, for a year or so now? You know, we keep having this whole drug situation needs to be sorted out. And by the way, Matchroom are not the only people who test fighters. We do the same thing. We use Baluta because that's what the American fighters and mostly worldwide recognise. Or you, that's who we use. And if they continue drugs-free to not be testing for banned substances that are banned by VADA or UKAD, then it's not fit for purpose, those tests. And they shouldn't be samples sitting on a shelf for 9 days. That's bullshit.
Frank, of course, Anthony Joshua has returned to the ring, 7th round knockout of Canadians. What was your thoughts on the performance?
On what?
Anthony Joshua knocking out
He'd
Canadians.
done what he had to do, knocking the fella out. Up until then, it was a snooze fest,
Very much.
wasn't it? Excitement was tonight. What an exciting show, eh, all these guys. Every fight was more exciting than every fight they had. This is the excitement. These young kids, you're seeing stars of the future. I want we keep, and I've got to tell you, all you haters out here, I'm responding to questions you're asking. I'm not bringing it up. They're questions that you're asking me. I don't even want to talk about that fight. But as you asked me, it was snorting.